Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Bloom Outdoors. So if you guys checked out the last two videos, or maybe three depending how I broke it up, depending on the parts and stuff, but the last video should have been the mirror installation video of these mirrors here, and then the video before that, or maybe two videos before that, I don't know how everything's gonna line out here, because I'm kind of filming it all together here. Then we had the painting of the mirror caps for, you know, the caps that are gonna go on the top of the mirror here, which will go there and there. So in this video we're going to be installing the mirror caps. Hopefully it'll turn out really nice and good and we don't have any issues with it. So we've got the caps painted and everything, and they're all dried. They're both sitting on the table over there. And so we're gonna go ahead and get these guys installed, and hopefully this should just turn out and look super awesome. So let's just go ahead and grab them. All right, here is this cap here. If you guys checked out the video, you would know kind of our minor imperfections with it, but it's good enough. There is like some clips here, so you can see here, 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 and then there's a couple up top. If you look at the back, you can see how that all works. So it looks like the top is gonna sit in first because you've got these lines that go down, so it should lock in to these couple places here, and then I think it should just push on. So, or maybe it doesn't have to sit up over the top. I think it just goes like that. So we just set it on. I should just be able to push it, and this guy should just snap right in. So maybe not though. Okay, there we go. So you just gotta push it in on the sides and stuff, because you've kind of got a gap. And that might just be because of the paint too. The paint's a little thick, so we might just kind of have a gap for that. And there we go. That is probably, I'm assuming, it for that side. So at first there was kind of a gap here, that's why it wasn't pushing in. So I just had to push this corner in, and then I could push the whole thing. Same kind of thing with this side. You can still kind of see it. Let me just extend the mirror here. So there's not a gap here, that's just because of the weird lighting. But you can see there kind of is a small little gap there. And you can see when I do press on it, it gets a little tighter. But I'm pretty sure it's clipped in all the way. Now you can see all the fingerprints and everything I just put on there from touching it and pushing it. I would say it's clipped in all the way, whatever you want to say. You can look up here, there's no big gaps or anything. Back over around here, there's no gaps or anything. Everything looks good. Man, that looks really good. Honestly, it would look pretty similar like this if it was just the black cap, but honestly, I think it gives it just that little bit of hint to where it just pops and it looks really good. And almost with the weird angles and stuff, it almost looks like a different color. But I'll tell you guys, when I was holding them up next to each other, they were the same color. Just, I don't know, for some reason right now, with the way the light hits it and everything, then that almost looks like a purplish color. And that looks like more of a gray, but when you see here, that is almost like a purple, and now the top part is almost a purple. It's just the way the angle of the lighting is and everything like that, but I can assure you, it is the same color. Just check out the painting of the mirrors and you guys will see it is the same color, because I held the mirror up to the body of the truck and everything. Push this back in. Now we can go ahead, go to the other side. We got our cap here. We'll just do the same thing. So we're gonna grab it, set it in here. Just go like that. You can see it doesn't really push in right. You kind of have to push it in a little bit to get it to squeeze in there. And it might also be because of the paint too, that paint being a little bit thick and on there, then it might just make it a little harder for it to push in because it's a little thicker. Same thing with the other side here. You just kind of got to pop it in place, make sure it sits up in behind this black stuff. And now that we've got it, push back behind there, you can just push it in. Kind of have to give her a little oomph, but you can kind of hear that. You can hear that clicking. It's kind of hard to hear, but you can hear just the clicking of those snaps and everything getting snapped in place. This side might not be in all the way. I don't know. Maybe it is.
I don't know, it like lips out more.
Where?
Over here.
Right.
Maybe it doesn't.
A little bit, maybe. It's hard to tell because it almost looks like it might do it in this corner. See what I mean? How it might not be pushed in all the way in this corner. Oh, there. Huh? I don't want to break anything. But you can see there's kind of a gap right here. Right here.
Mm-hmm.
There's kind of a gap. And you can tell it sticks out a little bit here. I don't want to break anything. I spent a long time on these. But you can tell it's not pushed in all the way because I can pull it out over here. Because, I mean, I can do this.
Yeah.
And you can see it's loose. Not in there all the way. Now the whole thing's out. A little bit of issues, I think, with this clip right down here. Maybe we'll try and snap that side in first. Yeah. Okay. So it looks like it just locked in all the way. I popped this side in first, and you can now see that there's no gap over here. Now if we come around to the other side, you can see here's our gap, and it kind of bulges out. So make sure you keep pressure on the other side. Push this side in, and oh man, should, because now that side pops out. All right, so what I ended up doing was I just went over here, ended up popping this side in first, because that's what I did with the other side, and it seemed to work fine. So I think the way they are kind of made or work is they just kind of have a small little bit of a gap on this side here. When you just kind of grab it, it kind of feels a little loose, but it's like it's got a small little clip in here that just won't want to grab. And I don't know if that's because of the paint on there or why, but I mean, you just kind of go like this, and it's pretty solid on there. I don't think, or I hope there will be no issues with it. It is a little loose, maybe in this corner right here. Kind of see it move. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but I can see it. I'm not quite sure if it's supposed to be like that or not. I'm just gonna leave it like that. So there's like a tight fitment on this outside right here, so it's pretty tight. And then on this side, it's a little bit wider. But like I said, I don't know if that's just because of the paint on there or what the reason is behind that. But you grab it and do it. Okay, see, that time I did it, the whole thing just came off. The first time I did it, I had no issue with it. So snap that side in, and you can hear that side kind of snap in. Nope, that's not even in right. Huge gap on the top. Just make sure it's in. Just give her a push. I don't know, guys. I don't know if this is right. I feel like this should pop in harder. Set it like this for you guys so you can actually see, and I can see too. You can see we've got a gnarly gap right there. I feel like that's not right. You can see down here we've got a huge bulge in the lip. You can see that there. Where this side, it's pretty much flush. It does stick out a little bit. That's just because of the paint. And the further this way we get, there's almost like there's a bulge right back here. And that therefore it's not lining up over here as well. So I'm not quite sure how this is supposed to line up and work. See, now it's on pretty solid, but you can still see there's a gap here. But this time when I come up to it, it's not coming off. I'm not quite sure what the deal is there with that. So this side, when you come up to it, it's tight on here. We don't really have any gaps or anything, and everything looks fine. We do kind of have a small gap over here, I guess. You can see my bad painting, but it is what it is. And you can press it, and we do kind of have a small gap here. But I don't think it's anything really like the other side. This side stays in, doesn't pop out. They're just getting dirty from me touching it, but stays in there fine. So I'm just gonna leave that side, come back over to this side. You can grab it now, it's pretty tight. But like I said, it's just like some magic pop in there or something, makes it stay. I don't know, you can hear it, like it wants to click in, but then it just kind of pops out and it won't stay like that. I'm thinking just like this is fine. You can see there's kind of like a 1/4 inch gap or whatever that back thickness is right there for where it does not like fully won't go in or whatever. I don't know, I'd say there's more of a gap on the other mirror, even though this one you can still kind of push in. I'd say there's more of a gap on the other one. I don't know, because I can go like this and you can see here again when you touch it, this whole thing just pops right out like that. So I don't know what the deal is. If I grab it hard enough and pull it out, then this whole thing will pop out. So it's got to be one of these clips back here isn't coming in all the way. All right, well, I'm not quite sure what to do different here. I even looked at it myself and I seen somebody else with these same mirrors and it looked like they had no issue getting the caps installed and everything. So I'm just gonna say that this is good enough because it's pretty tight in there. I'm not trying to grab it too hard or pull it out or anything, but I'm just gonna say it's in there good enough for now. If it happens to fall out or anything bad happens, I'll definitely end up letting you guys know, make a video on that. But for now, I'm just gonna call it good enough because I think everything is pretty much as good as it's gonna get with this. Go ahead and pop these mirrors back out. Yeah, they're pretty much on there. I don't wanna grab them too tight or anything. So, as you can tell, they are a little dirty, but that's just from me messing with the caps, pushing them on and stuff. But other than that, that's gonna be about it. That was your little install of these caps. I think they look super good. Definitely just that little hint of hell yeah you're looking for with it. I think it looks super awesome, super cool. Go ahead. See the headlights have got that, oh, I can't even think of the name, that effect going on there with it. And then the mirrors, they turn amber and then they turn on to their DRL bar as well. And then I showed all the features and everything on the mirror install, showing that it works. So if you guys want to check out that video, probably the last video posted, so make sure you go check it out. But I think these things look super sick, look really cool. Also, I don't know if I mentioned it in my last video or not, but since this is just the STX model truck, I do not have like the power folding or power extracting or whatever you want to call it mirrors. It's all just manual. It is automatic with like moving this glass piece and stuff, but for like the pushing it in and extending it and all that, none of that is automatic. Everything is manual. But I think it just looks super sweet. It's super killer. Drop a comment down below, let me know what you guys think about it. I think it looks super awesome. It looked cool before, don't get me wrong, but with these caps, it really pops now. Anyways, drop a comment down below, let me know what you guys think. Also, let me know what other mods and videos and anything else you guys want to see done to the truck. But I think that's about it. So as always, thanks for watching another video of Bloom Outdoors. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys next time.